Hi everyone, welcome to the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event, the D.I.V.E Social-Summit for short. If you are new to D.I.V.E Live Online, my name is Iona Meade, your big vision and mission purposepreneur and founder of the Soul Speakers Academy. I'm your host for this interview series, and I've brought together 49 guest experts who I like to call soul speakers. And they are coming to you from all over the world, sharing soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. So throughout the 49 days of the Social Summit, each of my guests will be coming into the Soul Speakers Spotlight and sharing with you not only their free gift, but also their soul-inspired strategy for the day. So I'll pop the link below this interview for you to get today's freebie. And so we know that the universe brings us what we need in divine timing, with divine energy and in divine flow. So hopefully this will be coming to you at the right time, but it's not always fun to do it alone. So that's why you'll have the opportunity to connect with myself, my guest, and all of the attendees for the D.I.V.E Social Summit in the Soul Speakers Tribe Facebook group. So if you love it and you want to know more, then you can come over to www.D.I.V.E Live Online and get my bonus training for the summit. It's called Speaker Soul's Message 101. So we have 20 minutes or so together today, and I want to introduce to you my very special guest. I've been so excited to bring each of my guests on, and so today is no exception. So please welcome Donna Hyatt. Hi Donna, how are you?
Hey, hi Iona. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This is great to be with your group.
Oh, thank you, and you're welcome. So Donna, let me give you a good introduction. So Donna has a unique background that allows her to see business from a different perspective. Having worked her way from a laborer in a lumber mill, to the divisions director of a major international non-profit. Donna has been in the trenches, so to speak, and in the boardroom, and she brings that unique perspective to business. So if you have any questions, guys, for Donna, do leave them below. Do come into the Facebook group on Donna's featured day. And if you're watching after Donna's featured day, then do still come over and let us know how you find this interview. So Donna, before we share your freebie and we share that soul-inspired strategy for today, can you share with our audience a little bit about, your path and how that unfolded and how you're doing what you're doing today?
Sure. Like a lot of people, I came to the coaching world because I had a problem in my life.
Yeah.
And I was lost, if you will, and took some coaching and decided that this is what I wanted to do. Yeah. That helping people in some aspect was really at my core. And I, as you mentioned, was in the lumber mill,
yeah,
during college, and have worked my way through administrative up into the upper management positions. Mm-hmm. And as I've viewed my path, mm-hmm. I've seen that a way of helping other businesses to systematize and create flow, yeah. Which may seem contradictory mm-hmm. to a lot of your people. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, how can structure and systems create flow? And but it really does. It allows you to be free. Yeah. It allows you to be free of the minutiae that bogs so many business entrepreneurs, and especially within the healing and spiritual folks, yeah. That they get stuck in that and they aren't able to share their gifts really effectively. Yeah. So by helping you learn how to simplify your business, how to build foundations, you become more free.
Oh,
and that's just really exciting.
It is really exciting. Thank you, Donna. I really appreciate that. So we have a jam-packed interview today because what Donna's sharing with the freebie, which I'll introduce in just a moment, we could go so many ways with that, but just the way that you explain that and why you're doing what you're doing it captures it in a nutshell, really, because when you think, thinking about the business side of things, it's like, do I want to go there or do I want to just get my gifts out there? Well, you're creating a purpose-driven business owner, creating that business that you actually love, that you love to wake up to, that you love, and gives you that flow of energy. So it's perfect that you bring that to the summit. So let me introduce your freebie, Donna, and then you can let us know a little bit more about it. So Donna is sharing with us the 5 strategies to simplify your business. Music to your ears, right? To build your best life for your business now. So can you share a little bit more with our audience that what they'll get and for that? And I'll put the link below so they can go and grab that.
Sure. Now it's just a taste. So a small taste of what I offer to my clients.
Yeah.
You know, we think, oh, simplify. We want to keep it simple, right? And this is really does condense it down into some 5 easy things to begin to think about and to become aware of. Yeah. And so it is a springboard to deeper work that one would be able to expand upon. So a couple of the things that are important is really how do you structure your day. Ooh, there's that bad word again. But if you can structure your day in such a way that you can get the things done and accomplished that need to be done to drive your business forward, your marketing, your sales processes, how you handle client intake and payment, and how you deliver your products and services, and other ways. If you can structure that and have it written down and calendared, you'll be a whole lot happier, because that is a foundation that you can then take and again be in that flow and share your gifts, because that stuff's taken care of.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. I know that you talk and that there's the 5 strategies, and guys do get that. And one thing that really popped out for me, and you touched on, is what you should be doing when you should be doing it. And you talk about your working days, right? Actually, what you need to be doing in your working day and actually creating that day that you actually love. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. If you can chunk out your day, you know, actually calendar what you're going to be doing at specific times, and then having like attacking a task, if you will, in maybe a 50-minute time frame, and setting that as your goal, that you're going to accomplish whatever that task is within that time frame. Set a timer, and then be done with that where you are at that point, and then move on to something else. Get up, move around, stretch, get a cup of tea, get some water, refocus, and either pick up where you left off or move on to the next task. And you know, it doesn't have to be so regimented that, oh, I'm going to do this, because you have to have some time for creativity, and actually you want to block that in. Create your week in blocks of time chunks. And it will allow you then to eliminate or automate and get those things out of the way, so that you have time to do the creative work and the delivery of your products and services to your clients that is what you're in love with. But you still have to do those foundational business things if you're going to have a true business.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. And you talk about setting those boundaries, and you touched on the automate, and anybody that knows me, as you get to know me, you'll know that I love repurposing and automating and taking myself away from the parts of my business that I don't need to do. I've done once or twice, and I've tweaked it, and then I can really leverage and automate that. Can you talk about that a little bit? Maybe for somebody who is listening and they're saying, yeah, I've heard all this stuff about automation, my business working for me when I'm not there, and not trading all the time for dollars or for money. Can you talk a little bit about the automation piece? Because I think it's really key.
Sure. And you know, automation, when we think of that word, we think of technology. And it's not always necessarily a technology software or product that we're using to automate. Certainly that is part of it, but it's getting that it's kind of the automatic process. You know, we've figured out what we're doing to accomplish a certain task, and it becomes automatic. Then it's not rethinking it every time that I have to, okay, I'm doing this particular task. What is it that I'm supposed to be doing again? It's written down and it's automated. It just, you know, you don't have to overthink it, and it's just nice and simple, and it's there for you to be able to tweak it, perfect it. And then the wonderful thing is you get to pass it off to somebody else, and it's already, you know, established so that they know how to do it. And there's a learning curve that you don't have to sit with them and teach them, because it's already written out in a step-by-step manner.
Oh,
and so,
love
and
that.
then also technology can come into play as well.
I love that. Thank you so much. And I know that you've touched on that automation not necessarily being the techie stuff, because that's what holds a lot of us up, but it is that system that you have in place, knowing that you're doing a certain thing in a certain way that's impactful in your business, but not having to do it from ground zero, actually setting yourself that structure around that means that when you think about that, it's less stressful. You're thinking about it and thinking, I've got that down, I'm handling it, it's handled. And a big piece for me is actually when you delegate or you ask somebody else to do certain things in your business, and that perfectionist space, like, oh, they're not doing it the way that I want to do it. But if you've done it and you've learnt it, then you can automate it and hand it off more effectively. In your free gift and the strategies, particularly on the automate, you talk about the kinds of things that you can automate, your bookkeeping and your content. So how could somebody apply that to themselves now? Where?
Sure. Right. And you know, one of the things that I talk about, as you reach a certain point, one of the people that you really want on your team is a bookkeeper. Unless you yourself are really into the numbers and enjoy doing that and have that capacity. But if you don't, that's something you really want to make sure that you pass on, because not only are they doing the bookkeeping for you, but they're also helping you to understand where your business is, help you to create a budget, help you to forecast where your business is going, making good decisions on where you're spending your money and your time. So that's one aspect. You know, so these team members that you bring on are extremely important to the automation of your business. So delegating the tasks that you're not good at, you know, you, like you mentioned, you want to have a structure, at least have an idea of how you want it done. But, you know, with myself, a lot of the techie stuff I pass off because I don't necessarily want to learn it, right? Who wants to learn like Infusionsoft inside and outside unless that's what you really want to do? You know, I understand it enough to how it works, but I don't want to get delved in and actually doing that work myself. So, you know, here's the information that I need, please make it happen. And that takes, like you said, that takes a lot of stress off, because we're not having to learn the nuts and bolts. But having an idea
I
is
need
important.
Because, you know, I'm that person that learns it, and I've learned so much, which I can use, I know, right? Which I can use, but then what I've done is being able to, and this might be true for you guys, but just do let us know, do comment, and do come into the Facebook group. As I say, you know, I give you permission to multitask, get Donna's freebie and come up and show up in the Facebook group and let us know what it is that you love doing and what you don't love doing, what it is that you're actually going to, how you're going to simplify your business. Because once I learned certain things in my business, I was able to see what it is that I really love to do. And then the things that I didn't love to do, I was able to automate and create those systems and those structures around. And you talk about the billing. You also talk about in your report that it can be used for content creation, marketing and lead generation, sales process. And I agree, because it kind of takes that heavy lifting and that weight from your mind, right?
Right. The worst thing is to have to do things over and reinvent the wheel, or you know, you may have a task that only occurs once a year, and oh my gosh, how did I do that? What were the steps? And what if I make a mistake? You know, that's way too much energy and brain power being used on something that is repeatable.
Yeah.
You know, we shouldn't have to be thinking about those things. And then worrying if we're going to make a mistake, if we did it right, or that's why I've always gone into a new position and created a procedures manual for my job.
Wow.
It's amazing how many companies may have an overall one, but not each position has that. So as I'm being trained, I'm taking notes and creating that for myself. And so when I leave that position, somebody's got this wonderful manual that they can go through and be able to know where everything's located on the computers, where things are in file cabinets, and how to do a task step by step. And it creates consistency, you know, conformity. Things are done the same way each time.
Yeah.
That's what makes franchises so successful.
Yeah.
Is because it's that, you know, they're handing over all that brain power that's already occurred to a new franchise owner.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's established and nobody has to keep creating these things.
Yeah.
So once you've created it in your business, then you have that power to hand it to somebody else and create more things.
Yeah. And we know as creative entrepreneurs and purpose-driven business, we have so many ideas, right? So just getting to one and systematizing it and simplifying your business and then moving on. So you've got something actually working for you in flow that's bringing you in the results and the impact that you actually want for your business. And then, you know, maybe having another idea that you can then use the same framework to systematize and you know, getting carried away with this thing and that thing and not actually finishing things can be that draining point. And I love that you do mention that and I also thought when you were talking, it's kind of like having that exit strategy. That's how I built my business, in the sense of thinking, if I ever wanted to exit it, which I don't, I love it. But what do I do in terms of, you know, even just the simple things like logging in, all your passwords, or you know, all your things in one place, and just keeping everything so it's at hand, right?
Right. Oh, I mean, this is surprisingly, simplifying your business is really a very large topic.
Yeah.
There are so many moving parts, but it's exciting because once you get the moving parts moving together, it really can be a well-oiled machine. And that is where you see, again, like successful franchises, those things are not being reinvented at each different place. It's all nice foundation. Everything's just running smoothly. And then it's just the managing of the people and the processes. And it becomes much easier, whether you're an individual, you know, solopreneur, or you're someone that has several employees, whether they be outsourced or actual employees. These can help you. And again, it creates an opportunity for more creativity. Time management is much more fluid. For example, I had a client that was working 56 hours a week, and we managed to get him down to 36 hours a week.
Wow.
And by just reviewing what his processes were, was he delegating properly? You know, that's a huge amount. That's two whole days.
Yeah.
That he recovered from his week. So that's the power of processes and simplifying your business. It's amazing. It's a great thing.
I love it. Thank you so much for bringing that to the D.I.V.E Social-Summit. So let us know how you find it. Let us know how you find and how you're going to simplify your business. And if you are in that overwhelm or in that stuck place, then that is definitely going to help you for sure. So Donna, let's move on to share your soul inspired strategy for the day. And guys, this is, each of my guests are bringing those practical things and moving you into flow, like you're saying about being in flow and systematizing your business. Will that bring you into flow? But we also are sharing that soul inspired strategy so you can feel your way in your life and your business and your marketing. So can you share your soul inspired strategy for the day, please, Donna?
Yeah, it's counterintuitive once again, but structures and foundations really equal freedom. It's like, it's be focused, be fierce, and be free. So be focused on the structures and the foundations, and be fierce about accomplishing those things. And then you can be free to give your gifts to the world, to share them. And so you're not getting stuck in that to-do list. So you want to get out of that.
Yay! Thank you so much. Guys, if this is helping you, which I'm sure it will be, do let us know, because that's that ripple effect that we want to be having. And as we wrap up, because I want to respect your time, I will ask Donna if she has anything to add at the end. So again, I do give you permission to multitask. Normally we say focus, stay focused. Definitely go get Donna's freebie and come into the Facebook group and ask any questions on Donna's featured day. If you're listening to this interview after Donna's featured day, again, we want to be helping you move in inspired action and actually implementing it. You're here on these interviews, and hopefully you're having massive value. We believe in transformation. Each of my guests, all of the 49 soul speakers, Donna and myself included, believe in transformation. And if you are someone who wants to provide that transformation in the world, we know that transformation begins one person at a time, and that person is you. And simplifying your business is just going to take that, free up your headspace and your life. And so you're able to move in that flow. I love it. I love it. I really do. So if you know anyone who would love this interview, because I'm going to fall off my chair, do share it. Do share it. I'm having so much fun. It's just a blast. We are not asking you to pay for the replays. We don't want you behind closed doors staying stuck. So you'll have this interview. You'll have Donna's freebie, lifetime access. To get you into divine flow, I will be opening up my Soul Speakers Academy and my bonus training. So if you love what Donna is sharing about simplifying your business, she's actually going to be contributing an additional gift to our Uber giveaway. So you do want to follow the links and come over to www.D.I.V.E Live Online and see what it is that we are offering there. It's amazing. The value is priceless. And I'm going to be showing you how you can get your message out there, featuring on Hangouts, virtual events, summits, and radio, and collaborating with joint vision partners like I am, because simplifying your business is part of that, and part of getting your marketing message out there, and doing that with other people. Then if you are prepared, then it makes that much easier when you are reaching out to other people and you've got that down where it's simplified and it's automated. Trust me, it works like it's on steroids, is your business. So again, Donna, if as we wrap up, have you got anything to add before we go?
Just that really to let yourself really breathe into the systems and look around your world. Our world is systems. Everything, we are a system. Yeah. Our solar system, everything, man-made systems and natural systems. So don't be afraid of that word. Don't be thinking that that's something that's, confining, because it's not. It's really something that's freeing.
Yeah.
And just breathe into that and love it, because it will help you so much.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, thank you so much for joining us today, Donna. I really appreciate that. So guys, I look forward to seeing you in our next interview, where another guest expert, soul speaker, is sharing soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for you. So this is Iona Meade signing off, saying I'll see you over at www.D.I.V.E Live Online. Take care.